The first place families start with is to open a case with the Fairfax Falls Church Community Services Board, which is a county agency. To be eligible for those services, you just have to have an identified disability. So here in the state of Virginia, you have to start actually at your local county to open the case. So once you open a case there, you go on a waiting list for what's called, it's now called the DD waiver. It has had some name changes, and that most recent name change just happened this past July. So now it's called the DD waiver. And so students who have those are state monies to provide the funding for programs and supports that you can get after graduation. So the big connection with the Fairfax Falls Church Community Services Board, they're like the umbrella funding source. And they provide the monies for those supports that you need after graduation, but they also they provide the case management support. Okay, so when you're in a school, you have a case manager who's in charge of making sure that you as a student get access to everything you need. So every student's assigned a case manager here. Well, when you leave school, that umbrella of the school system is gone, but you still need someone to help families and students, adults, coordinate their services. So that coordination of your services and your supports come through that Fairfax Falls Church Community Services Board. So when you open the case, that gives you access to the money to get the supports after graduation, but also someone to help case manage what services that you might access. So that's one of the huge resources. So that's kind of the first step for families when they're in high school. Some families even started earlier than that, and you can open a case actually as young as 5 years old. So when you enter school, you can actually open your case. There's just not a lot of resources you're going to get from it. You're just going to go on a waiting list. So but again, if they haven't opened a case by high school, that's another big role of mine, is to connect the families with that particular resource. But what I want to say with regards to that, the monies for those programs for after they graduate, there is over 25 programs here in Fairfax County that provide these job supports for the individuals after graduating, and that's what those monies will pay for. So really, the Fairfax Falls Church Community Services Board gives you the money to then pick and choose what program will be the best match. So what works for one student, or each program provides a different level of services for them. So again, connecting to them also connects you to a lot of different programs.